With Neptune raising worries among researchers and space fans, famous specialists, including deGrasse Tyson and Michio Kaku, have sounded alarms about the expected aftereffects of this great battle. However, how did Pluto wind up on an impact course with its distant neighbor? Furthermore, how should this limitless mishap influence us here on the planet? Might we at any point investigate this unfurling occasion? Once made sure to be an undeniable planet, Pluto was subsequently renamed as a Bantam planet because of its extraordinary circle. Regardless of this change, it proceeds to energize and draw in stargazers. Advancing evaluations from trustworthy researchers remember a concentration for the region between Pluto's way and that of Neptune. These specialists caution against a likely crash between the two planets, addressing a huge gamble to Earth. Pluto's circle around the Sun is particular because of its uncommon qualities inside our planetary framework. Its circle traverses a wide 248 years, and since its disclosure in 1930, Pluto has not yet finished a full upheaval. Adding to its interest is the altogether shifted condition of its circle. A takeoff from the almost roundabout circles of the significant planets, Pluto's circle is slanted at 17 degrees to the ecliptic plane, introducing what is going on contrasted with different planets. One noticeable part of Pluto's circle is its crossing point with Neptune's way. For around 20 years in each circle, Pluto adventures nearer to the Sun than Neptune, opposing presumptions in light of their separate situations in the planetary group. So, why hasn't an impact happened among Pluto and Neptune? The clarification lies in the gravitational impacts applied by different planets. The investigation of Pluto's circle started soon after its disclosure, introducing a confusing direction for stargazers. Dissimilar to a large portion of the planets, whose circles remain genuinely near the ecliptic plane, Pluto's particular elements incorporate a critical tendency and a lengthened shape. The secret extends with the acknowledgement that Pluto's circle crosses that of Neptune. The solidness of Pluto's circle in the midst of these intricacies fills in as proof of the multifaceted mechanics engaged with heavenly elements. The three-body issue in space includes figuring out the movements and gravitational communications among three divine bodies, similar to Pluto, Neptune, and the Sun. This issue makes sense of the confounded trades of their ways and gravitational impacts. Terms like common libration, scope libration, and the Kozai system add to disentangling this heavenly secret. Astrophysicists declare that the Kozai component, which forestalls expected crashes, assumes an essential part with regards to Pluto and Neptune. This term infers that when Pluto crosses Neptune's circle, it is situated something like 90 degrees away from Neptune, successfully diminishing the gamble of effects. Scope libration guarantees that when Pluto approaches Neptune or other huge planets, it is adjusted well over their orbital plane, giving an extra layer of protection from impacts. The Kozai component makes sense of why Pluto's circle around the Sun seems turbulent, yet stays stable over the long haul, notwithstanding clear oddities. Mathematical reproductions in the last part of the 1980s uncovered that, notwithstanding its apparently steady properties, Pluto's circle is to be sure fierce, with minor primary varieties prompting tremendous changes north of millions of years. Regardless, Pluto's astounding circle keeps up with solidness throughout outstandingly prolonged stretch of timescales, keeping disarray under control. Progressing virtual experiences have upgraded how we might interpret how huge planets like Neptune, Jupiter, and Saturn impact Pluto's circle around the Sun. Neptune's exceptional relationship with Pluto, finishing 3 circles for each 2 of Pluto's, adds to the soundness of Pluto's way. Jupiter's enormous gravity applies a critical impact, while Saturn's more inconspicuous impacts likewise assume a part. Through exhaustive examinations, researchers have shown that the joint impacts of Neptune, Jupiter, and Saturn guarantee the safe and stable development of Pluto in space for billions of years. These peculiarities are essential for keeping the control and soundness of divine developments in the universe. Without these variables, the planetary group would be inclined to more noteworthy disarray and flimsiness, possibly prompting impacts or launches from stable circles and causing sweeping consequences for other divine bodies. Understanding Pluto's circle is especially vital in the midst of conversations about a possible impact with Neptune later on. This information gives more clear experiences into the one-of-a-kind, sort of the close biplanetary gathering. Pluto's case represents the way that apparently shaky circles can accomplish strength through the perplexing interaction of gravitational powers and orbital mechanics. Persistent perception and examination of these peculiarities are fundamental for acquiring a superior comprehension of our situation in the universe. Investigating the profundities of room frequently uncovers the flighty idea of divine bodies. Moreover, Pluto's circle fills in as a magnificent outline of this unpredictability. The idea of orbital problem obviously shows the sensitive reliance of a heavenly body's way on its underlying circumstances, as found for Pluto's situation. Indeed, even slight varieties in the planet's situation or speed can altogether modify its broad circle. Mathematical reproductions have been instrumental in assisting researchers with grasping how Pluto travels through space. By making slight changes in these recreations, cosmologists can see what minor shifts can mean for Pluto's direction. In the last part of the 1980s, these recreations uncovered an entrancing part of Pluto's way. Notwithstanding highlights like common libration and degree libration adding to its unwavering quality, Pluto's circle can in any case show abnormalities. Indeed, even a minor beginning. Deviation in Pluto's situation or speed can prompt emotional shifts in its direction throughout the long term. In spite of this inborn bedlam, Pluto's circle stays stable for particularly significant stretches, reaching out more than billions of years. This proposes that underneath its apparently unpredictable appearance, Pluto's excursion around the Sun follows a coordinated request, taking into consideration unsurprising occasions, particularly with planets like Pluto that have uncommon circles. The inborn intricacy of these frameworks delivers long-haul expectations unsure. Mathematical reenactments help us in understanding and expecting the future ways of divine bodies. In any case, they likewise uncover the restrictions of our models. These reenactments intensely depend on exact introductory circumstances and recreate complex connections. Indeed, even a slight blunder can prompt unfathomably various results, making exact expectations testing. The tumultuous idea of heavenly circles, like Pluto's, fills in as a sign of the steadily evolving universe. While we've gained ground in understanding space, Pluto's case highlights our continuous limits. The immeasurability of interstellar distances and the shortage of planets in open space go about as hindrances to non-stop effects. Besides, maverick planets are generally uncommon contrasted with the quantity of stars and planets in stable circles, making such experiences much more far-fetched. Understanding the gravitational impacts of gigantic planets on Pluto's circle gives important experiences into the more extensive elements of the close biplanetary gathering. It shows the way that every planet's presence and position can impact the soundness and direction of different bodies inside the framework. Notwithstanding these perplexing cooperations, numerous astrophysicists express worries about an expected crash among Pluto and Neptune. This brings up issues about why such a crash, which appears to be impossible given these perplexing elements, is at present a subject of concern. Neil deGrasse Tyson, a conspicuous astrophysicist, offers an exceptional point of view on the secrets of our planetary group, especially with respect to Pluto. Tyson, referred to for renaming Pluto as a bantam planet rather than an undeniable planet, shares clever considerations on how we might interpret heavenly mechanics is persistently developing. Tyson sees Pluto's renaming not as a downgrade, yet rather as an important affirmation of our developing information about the different items circling the Sun. His way to deal with heavenly mechanics includes consistent learning and variation. He sees the intricacies of circles like Pluto's as demonstrative of the boundlessness yet to be found in space. Tyson accepts that the appeal of these inquiries makes cosmology so enamoring. In addition, Tyson perceives how space-related occasions and disclosures impact public interest in space science. He accepts that occasions like Pluto's renaming and its unprecedented circle present chances to catch the public's creative mind and interest in the universe. By examining the dynamic and in some cases impossible to miss parts of heavenly mechanics, Tyson means to cultivate a more profound appreciation and energy for the universe. Neil deGrasse Tyson opens a window for the overall population to wonder about the marvels and secrets of the universe. Working close by different researchers, Tyson effectively cautions the general population about the potential dangers related with Pluto's inconsistent circle. After broad investigation of Pluto, he has raised worries that the three-body issue could represent a certified danger, recommending that a crash with Neptune is very much past due. Besides, Tyson stresses how such an impact could disturb the harmony between the universe and lead to disastrous ramifications for Earth. A crash among Pluto and Neptune would be an unprecedented and stunning occasion in our close biplanetary gathering. This effect would deliver a colossal measure of energy, possibly obliterating Pluto because of its more modest size and frosty peace. Garbage from the effect could dissipate across the planetary group, presenting expected threats to different planets and their moons. For Neptune, such an effect could make also significant impacts.